The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
Hello, I'm Carol Kidu Jr. with Wednesday's news. In the headlines tonight, NCDC imposes one-day liquor ban, leadership deadline set, and PNG Chiefs eye best coach. The National Capital District Commission has issued a one-day liquor ban, which will take effect as of 12 midnight today. The liquor restriction comes in play as Papua New Guinea observes National Remembrance Day commemorating the death anniversary of the late Grand Chief Sir Michael Thomas Somare. NCDC has warned that bottle shops, dealers, taverns, and storekeepers to remain closed. The liquor ban will be lifted on Friday, February 27th.
Sir Michael Somare, regarded as the founding father of Papua New Guinea, passed away on 26 February 2021 at the age of 84. He served as the country's first prime minister at independence in 1975 and remained a central figure in national leadership for several decades. The temporary ban is part of observances marking his legacy and contribution to the nation. According to a public notice issued by NCDC, the liquor restriction will apply to all storekeepers, bottle shops, dealers, and taverns. These outlets will be required to cease alcohol sales for the duration of the restriction period. However, several venues will be allowed to continue limited alcohol service. Clubs will operate on a member-only basis, while restaurants may serve liquor exclusively to diners consuming meals. Publicans and limited hotels are permitted to supply alcohol to in-house guests and diners as part of their meals and accommodation packages. NCDC further warned, due to ongoing law and order concerns in the city, surveillances will be intensified, and anyone breaching the directives will be dealt with under the NCD liquor law. Normal trading resumes on Friday, 27 February 2026. Michael Tamtipais, TVWAN News.
Eviction is imminent for settlers at 3 Mile in Lae following the wounding of a police officer on Sunday, February 22, 2026. An alcohol-fueled domestic dispute escalated into an armed conflict that required police intervention.
For the second time this year, a police officer from the Lae Metropolitan Command has been injured by settlers from the Miles area. Lae Metropolitan Superintendent Chris Kunyanban said the first incident was in January 2026 when one of his officers was beaten up by youths from 4 Mile. Then on Sunday, February 22, 2026, a police officer's right leg below his knee was punctured by an arrow. The incident started from a domestic dispute between an intoxicated man and his partner late on Saturday night. The argument soon involved other settlers on the Department of Primary Industries land at 3 Mile.
The people living up at the DPS station, Goroka, Highlanders, coastal people, so it's a different group of people who are actually living up there. They actually formed that mob and they came down and attacked the people at 3 Mile. So our guys actually went in there to stop the fight between them, and one of our members got shot on his right leg.
While the officer is now recovering from the injury, Lae residents are, once again, reminded that the Lae MP and Deputy Prime Minister, John Rosso, says those who live in Lae must abide by the laws of this city. He will not tolerate those who cause problems. The Lay police boss also shared similar sentiments.
In my conversation on Sunday, that if they're living on state land and if they're causing this problem, we'll have to tell them to go. We have to tell them to go. I'm not saying settlements are bad. They are good. They're catering for, shortfall by the government in terms of housing, but it should be structured in a proper way. That should be a reasonable control mechanism in place, so that you got to people that can be accountable for their actions. So look out in community na, look out in whenever body stuff too.
Meantime, during a meeting on Sunday, the community leaders have been instructed by police to resolve the matter and hand the suspects over for prosecution. Kamila Guare, TV1 News, Lay.
The New Ireland Provincial Administration has been directed to furnish a report to Office of the Minister for Provincial and Local Level Government Affairs by March 10, 2026, before Parliament resumes. Minister Sorcery directed the Provincial Administrator and the Assembly Clerk organize a proper swearing-in and handover takeover of the provincial member-elect Byron Chan.
Minister for Provincial and Local Level Government Affairs Sorcery has tasked New Ireland Provincial Administrator Richard Andia with submitting a comprehensive report by March 10, 2026. This report, which is due before the Parliament resumes, will detail the outcomes of the directives issued by the Minister. Additionally, Minister Yeo has instructed the Provincial Administrator and the Assembly Clerk to coordinate a swearing-in ceremony at the New Ireland Provincial Assembly. Following this, they are also responsible for organizing an appropriate handover ceremony immediately after the swearing-in. These steps are crucial to ensure a smooth transition and the continuity of governance within the province. Minister Yeo further directed that any decision made by Walter Snowbelt in his capacity as governor will not be recognized and is null and void. Failure to accept minister's directives will result in punitive actions taken against responsible individual leaders and officials with all powers vested on the minister by the recently amended organic law under Section 119, subsection 7 and 8 DDA Act, LLG Admin Act, and the respective standing orders. Freddie Moe, TV1 News.
The Papua New Guinea Defence Force is putting its new fleet of armoured land cruisers to the test in a joint training exercise with the Australian Defence Force. The 12 vehicles gifted by Australia last year are being used in intensive training led by a visiting ADF unit. PNGDF personnel are learning to handle the lightweight, highly maneuverable vehicles across difficult terrain, along with communications, tactical movement and maintenance skills. PNGDF and ADF leaders say the exercise strengthens protected mobility capability and highlights the growing defence partnership between the two countries. Hundreds of investors in Goroka, Eastern Highlands Province are worried about their savings after Faith G Credit Finance and Investment Limited was ordered to stop operating and refund customers principal money only.
Crowds gathered outside the company's provincial office as early as 7 Monday morning, hoping to collect promised interest payments. By 9 a.m., the crowd had grown to nearly 1,000 people. Police later moved investors to Rotary Park, where company officials briefed them on the situation. In a public notice, the company confirmed it received directives from the Bank of Papua New Guinea and the Security Commission of Papua New Guinea to immediately cease collecting deposits and begin refunding only the original investment amounts. All interest and compounded earnings have been cancelled under the regulator's order. Refunds will be verified by the regulators and paid directly into investors' personal bank accounts. Investors with less than 5,000 kina must provide valid ID, receipts, and account details. The payments are scheduled for February 25th to April 25th, while larger investments will be processed between May 25th and September 25th. Only the Port Moresby head office will remain open, while 9 provincial branches closed due to security risk. Attempts to get a comment from officials in Goroka were unsuccessful.
Semna planti o belat na mipla woklo. Close to mipla holim lo I go come na one meso. Minusha it's like kenna ba bringing big pla heavy ken lo man lo place. All investors were no gata account na it's like yeah. And of course na bla big pla heavy ken. Because all bank too. All got all condition lo you ba opening account na. But you can on process ken. So no good is la when you have lo payment no good em go lo next month na igo ken lo. Abrusima igo ken lo next year. MOSM so mipla now mipla belad na wakam so mipla small investors here mipla wakam sekim lo 25th February na 25th February lo witness na mipla by looking whether emba come up or not emi no come up no emba na heavy can ba mipla working mipla loss na MOSM so thank you lo ola Papua New Guinea na sambla usam all investors bo sambla promises na Papua New Guinea can sabena imi no sabena ba mipla working mipla loss na
appeal your government or some authorities where you follow up your law something now, or you helping people law. Kissing back money, you inside your page.
This like 300 kina misa was 1,200 kina, but me kissing invest in this like 300 kina. So maybe invest last year somewhere around early last year. So now just like time become enough now also fake investment and making up through this promises now just like one and been making. So now whether now pamikisi is the money to me or me planon kissing to minus which is now last year come orientation week. We come also to now this week now and we affected and then schools from Minona already starting now. Because some money school engineer plus 65%.
Students are also affected, with some relying on the funds for school fees and daily living. Authorities are urging investors to follow official refund procedure and avoid crowding closed offices as the verification process begins nationwide. Authorities say further updates will be issued as refunds progress across the country. Michael Tamtipais, TVWAN News.
Authorities in Simbu province are stepping up efforts to end sorcery accusation-related violence with the launch of a new operational guideline and a formal partnership between government, police, churches, and community groups. Leaders in Simbu province unveiled a public billboard and operational guideline aimed at stopping violence linked to sorcery accusations. The initiative brought together SAV partners, the Simbu Provincial Administration, police, church groups, including the Catholic Diocese of Kundiawa, and civil society organizations. During the event, provincial authorities and police signed a memorandum of understanding committing to work together to prevent accusations, protect victims, and respond quickly to cases. The SAV program began in 2004 after growing reports of torture, killings, and displacement caused by sorcery accusations across Simbu and other provinces. Leaders say the new guideline strengthens coordination and will ensure communities receive faster protection and support.
We are proud in the sense that it gives us some level of comfort that we have position appropriate to address issues of community concern, and one of them is social related violence. So that I'm encouraged to see all of you and every part of this workshop. Thank you.
Church leaders welcome the partnership, stressing the need for compassion, awareness, and community responsibility. Women's groups also played a key role in pushing for stronger action, saying the violence often targets the most vulnerable.
To stop all these things that are all of us in here, we are brave people. I acknowledge your braveness. All of us in our own little space to stop the sub. We are all fighting, if I am wrong. And if you are one of those people trying and fighting your very best to stop this sub, I acknowledge. And this is a wild bushfire happening everywhere.
It is hoped that the partnership will reduce violence, strengthen human rights protection, and bring lasting peace to communities throughout Simbu. Authorities are now calling on communities to support the guidelines and report cases early to prevent further violence. This is TVWAN News. Among stories after the break, Youth Empowerment Drive launched and new Teachers College open in Kiwanga.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, BSP's One-Took Wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at BSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our One-Talks, to our family, to the ones we love. BSP's One-Took Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG Mia. Find PNG made.
When you're all in, anything can happen. Grab a Coca-Cola and enjoy the moment.
A reminder to the general public that the due date for post-PNG private letterbox renewals is fast approaching. These are the first quarter renewal rates for 2026. Owning a private letterbox is important for the following reasons. Renew your private letterbox by paying at your nearest post office or through mobile banking. Post PNG's BSP account number 1000-58789 and email your payment description, box location, and box number to the PLB inquiries team. Renew your letterbox now and avoid being forfeited. Contact us for more information.
New Fabuloso Multi-Purpose Cleaner with an irresistible fragrance that lasts all day long, creating a field of flowers in every corner of your home with an irresistible fragrance that lasts and lasts all day long. Fabuloso Irresistible Fragrance.
Wow, 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 wow.
Welcome back. Papua New Guinea's Governor-General Sir Bob Dadai today officiated the swearing-in of judges and acting judges for the Supreme and National Courts at the Government House. The Judicial and Legal Services Commission reappointed Justice Sir Kinabona and Justice Graham Ellis for another 3-year term, while Justice Silas Kaule and Justice Jeffrey Mesa were appointed acting judges for a 10-year term each. All 4 judges keep took the oath of office, declaration of loyalty and judicial declaration, pledging to uphold the Constitution and deliver justice fairly. The swearing-in strengthens the country's judiciary and ensures continued leadership in Papua New Guinea's courts. As the number of out-of-school youth continue to increase across Papua New Guinea, National Youth Development Authority has begun advancing youth interventions in a structured, cohesive and collaborative approach that will benefit the youth at district and ward level. From 23rd to 26 February, the NYDA, through a collaboration with West Sepik Provincial Administration and Vanimo Green District Administration, launched a youth engagement program that will see youth in Vanimo Urban LLG with venture into self-empowerment pathways.
Youth in Wanimo West Sepik Province will be mobilized to participate in activities such as town beautifications, TVET skills training, oil palm and cocoa programs, and SME markets. These activities aim to kickstart a province-wide youth engagement program. The 4 district community development advisors of West Sepik have been trained to use the online youth registration platform. They were also given laptops to begin the youth engagement program in each district. The 4 district community development advisors of West Sepik have been trained to use the online youth registration platform. They were also given laptops to begin the youth engagement program in each district. These tools will help collect youth biodata and collect them to empowerment opportunities available in their districts. The aim is to shift youth focus and interest toward productive pathways. Director General of the National Youth Development Authority, Joel Itaki, said the partnership is important because it will help identify out-of-school youths, process the information and refer them to opportunities that already exist in the province. The online system will produce real-time youth data for every LLG, helping districts make informed development decisions. Wanimo Green MP and Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Belden Nama, launched the program. He said Wanimo is committed to establishing a youth resource center for training and information. Michael Tamtipais, TVWAN News.
45 students in North Fly District of Western Province are excited to undergo teacher training at the newly established St. Montfort Kiunga Teachers College this academic year. Registration began on Monday, 23rd February. Classes begin in March. Students will take both theory and practical lessons in 17 weeks of studies in Semester 1 and Semester 2. Due to ongoing work on boarding, teaching and other facilities on campus, the college will operate as a day college this year. School principal Brother Lucianus Lacra said students will train for 3 years for a diploma in primary school teaching. Brother Lucianus also said they could only take on 45 students this year. The Nakanai District Development has partnered with the Mama Bank to drive small-medium enterprises in the district. The DDA signed a memorandum of agreement today in Port Moresby to facilitate its SME agenda.
The Nakanai District Development Authority is promoting small and medium enterprises by partnering with Mama Bank. This agreement aims to facilitate support for local entrepreneurs and boost the SME sector in the district. This will also provide opportunities for economic growth and development, says member for Nakanai and DDA Chairman Francis Maneke.
This memorandum of agreement with Nakanai District and Mama Bank will be a bridge towards the enhancement of SME in the district. So, for me, I strongly requested the bank in this agreement, and the way forward is for us to have that the Mama Bank program, in which the district have already been invested into the bank, and now we also fund Annually, we also have the budget for this program.
The partnership with Mama Bank is also expected to enhance access to financial services and resources essential for empowering small businesses in the district.
Are envisaging, and this particular agreement is actually complementing what we are trying to do. Thanks very much, Honorable Minister and the CEO, particularly for your willingness to start quickly. Although we don't have a branch, but we'll extend our operation from Kimbe right now from today onwards. But at the same time, within a period of time, we want to establish our branch in Biala. So
the Nakanai DDA and Mama Bank recognize that ordinary women and youths in Nakanai should have access to banking facilities and have their own bank account with affordable and adequate access to funds to enable them to play a more active role in the economic development and contribution of the district and the province.
We will continue to sustain this relationship. And the important thing is to deliver service to our people. And in doing so, we also realize that having the government policies implemented by the bank, I commend the government, the Maraperoso government.
In the agreement, the Nakanai DDA will provide an initial funding of 500,000 kina to Mama Bank for administrative and operational expenses for the first 3 years only of operations for the bank to be self-sufficiency in the following years. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
Lababia village in Salamaua LLG Huon Gulf District, Morobe Province, is benefiting from a newly installed solar streetlights funded through the Huon Gulf District Development Authority under the Bottom-Up Planning Initiative.
Morobe's Lababia village is stepping into a brighter and safer future following the installation of new solar streetlights, which was launched recently by Huon Gulf MP and Community Development Minister Jason Peter. The solar lighting project funded under the Huon Gulf District Development Authority's Bottom-Up Planning Initiative marks a major shift for the coastal community, which has long relied on limited or unreliable power sources. Through the Bottom-Up Planning Initiative, each of the district's 65 councillors received 100,000 kina to implement the essential development needs. For Lababia, the funding allocation was prioritized for the installation of solar lights throughout the village, offering residents improved visibility, safer night travel, and greater security for families. Community members say the solar lights are already transforming evening activities, allowing people to move freely after dark and enabling social and cultural gatherings to continue safely. The lights also support the nearby rural aid post by illuminating surrounding areas, contributing to community well-being. During the launch, Minister Peter commended the councillor and community for choosing a sustainable energy solution that reduces cost, supports environmental stewardship, and delivers long-term benefits. He noted that such investments reflect the district's commitment to practical, community-driven development. Michael Tamtipais, TVWAN News.
And now let's take a look at the finance news. The kina closed lower at 0.2327 US dollars in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying 0.2252 US dollars, 0.3154 Australian dollars, 0.1831 euro, and 34.81 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold, coffee, and copper closed higher, cocoa and crude oil closed lower, and palm oil closed the day unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, ASX closed higher, and all ordinaries closed higher as well. You're watching TVWAN News. When we come back, climate smart coffee policy and Galaxy Playground to open soon.
Banking doesn't have to be complicated. With PSP's One Talk Wallet, control your money wherever, whenever. Dial *131#, enter your PIN, select cash in or out, and generate a secure code to withdraw cash. It's the only wallet for cardless ATM withdrawals. Send and receive funds, pay for goods and bills, or withdraw cash with ease. All with PSP's One Talk Wallet. PSP's One Talk Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# today.
From the rich soils of the highlands, the finest coffee has been grown by generations of Papua New Guineans. Expertly blended and roasted with over 80 years of experience, making the finest cup of Nescafe New Guinea blend. PNG's own coffee.
Tell him shorty come get it in. Come grind on me, but met it in. Mommy get loose, get loose, get loose. Pepsi in my hand, ice cold, no excuse. I tell him who's gonna bring the roof down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Tell him who's gonna bring the roof down. Pepsi with that fresh sound. Pepsi, give me some Pepsi bottle. Pepsi, you like him? Pepsi, you like him? Pepsi bottle.
Head back to school with Colgate and Protex. Win big. Lots of great prizes to win for your school. To enter, use your favorite Colgate and Protex products. Keep all your empty packets, take them to school and give them to your teacher. Visit the Colgate Pacific PNG Facebook page for more info on how to register. Win school supplies, sporting equipment, and more, all for your school with Colgate and Protex. Promotion ends March 31st, 2026.
Long year 2024, 7 baby i born one time HIV. HIV I can go long baby long triple rot. Time bel mama I get HIV, long time long karen baby, na time baby I susu. Tasol Yumi can help him bel mama, long look out him baby inside long bell. Go quick time long bel mama clinic, na kiss him antenatal check. Time Yumi pan him sick HIV area, o time bel mama I positive penis, early treatment I can save him baby. Give him baby healthy start long life. Stop him spread long sick HIV I go long baby. This lutok sawe I come long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
From Courtois. Junior. Oh, that is magnificent.
One challenge landing Douay, who scores at the finish, and the European champions are in big trouble here.
Thanks for staying with us. The Climate Smart Coffee Policy Validation Workshop held today is vital for the county to review, refine and endorse the Climate Smart Coffee Policy. The policy is coordinated by the National Coffee Authority and aligned with PNG's national climate commitments under the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change.
The draft Climate Smart Coffee Policy for Papua New Guinea is under review. Lead facilitator Mawe Gonapa is also the author of the idea of having a climate smart coffee policy. He explains how the policy will guide how the sector responds to climate change while increasing farmer incomes and strengthening export competitiveness.
And the fastest way, there are a lot of ways to reduce the CO2 in the atmosphere, the carbon dioxide. But the easiest way is using trees. Trees are able to remove the carbon dioxide through the process of photosynthesis, which is called carbon sequestration. They remove CO2 from the atmosphere and then they store it in the tissues or in the parts of in the plants. And in PNG context, we always think that trees in the forest, they sequester carbon. And when we talk about carbon credits, we basically refer to the forestry sector. We have never thought about agriculture sector, because agriculture sector, it has the trees from the forest. For instance, coffee tree originally is a forested tree from Ethiopia, and it was domesticated, and it's a tree. Cocoa is a tree, rubber is a tree. And unfortunately, we don't have a policy in PNG that gives prominence or give recognition to the trees in the agriculture sector. So that's how this policy came about.
Gonapa said the initiative is now taking shape with support from all stakeholders. They look forward to getting more from the workshop to validate, to say it will work, and getting guidance from the national regulator, CCDA.
What CIC is doing is taking on the initiative to be the first commodity board to develop the climate smart policy. And now in this workshop we are in collaboration with our development partners, including the FAO, the Global Green Gold Institute, GGI, the CCDI, and our commodity boards across the agriculture sector, including NARI and Cocoa Board.
Without clear direction, PNG risks losing productivity and market share. With a climate-smart coffee policy, PNG can turn climate challenges into economic opportunities. And that's a wrap. I'm Frida Kana. This is my final sign-out from TVWAN News Station. It's been an honor bringing you the news and stories that matter most to our community. Thank you for letting me be a part of your daily routine. Take care. Until next time, goodbye.
Banking services have returned to Pogera following a new partnership between BSP Financial Group and New Pogera Limited, restoring access for mine workers and the local community. The BSP Pogera branch reopened earlier this month after closing in 2022 due to tribal violence, which forced residents to travel to Wabek or Mount Hagen for banking. BSP says the mining company supported the restoration of services by providing staff accommodation at Suyan Camp and access to charter flights for operations. The partnership will also introduce financial literacy training for the community and workforce, focusing on budgeting, saving, digital banking, and responsible borrowing. This initiative will strengthen economic opportunities and support long-term development in Pogera. New Zealand has entered the first phase of construction for a new High Commission chancery in Port Moresby, replacing the existing one on the current site. Prime Minister James Marape, New Zealand High Commissioner Peter Swart, New Zealand Deputy Public Service Commissioner Tanya Ott, and contractor McConnell Dowell broke ground on the construction site yesterday. The groundbreaking ceremony sought to honor the traditions of both Papua New Guinea and New Zealand, drawing on shared cultural elements. The building design has been carefully articulated to represent the history and narratives of both New Zealand and Papua New Guinea, and includes bespoke meeting spaces to reflect the importance of coming together in partnership.
Acknowledgement of our two nations' shared relationship and construct that will reflect our shared past, but more importantly shape our journey forward into the future.
Papua New Guinea is taking steps toward its first national seed policy, with agriculture and forestry experts meeting in Port Moresby this week. The roundtable, organized by the Department of Agriculture and Livestock and supported by the Australian High Commission in Port Moresby, gathered government researchers, industry leaders and farmer groups to review the country's seed systems. Discussions focus on improving access to quality seeds and planting materials to boost food production, farmer incomes and climate resilience. Deputy Secretary Hei Hoko says a strong seed policy will help protect the environment while supporting nutrition, employment and economic growth. Outcomes from the talks are expected to guide future policy and strengthen cooperation under the PNG Australia Partnership, supporting agriculture and rural livelihoods across the country. Kids are going to lose their minds when the Eliseo Premium Magic Galaxy Playground opens on the 18th of March 2026. The game zone is located on the 5th floor of Hohola Premium Mall and will be a place of leisure for adults and fun games for kids to enjoy.
The birth of Magic Galaxy, PNG's largest premium indoor playground, stemmed from a simple observation by Eliseo Group, and that was Port Moresby lacked a venue where people from ages 2 to 60 could enjoy high-quality entertainment together. Store manager Andy Liu expressed confidence based on market observation, identifying a strong demand for family entertainment that include arcade games, bowling, archery, a variety of interactive rides and fun activities for all ages.
Our confidence stems primarily from in-depth observation of the local market. We have identified strong unmet demand among families and youth for highly quality diverse all ages share entertainment experience. Magic Galaxy is complete.
Liu shared that the playground features 10 themed zones, from the Galaxy Tumble Castle, bumper cars, high rope course, nano sand pool, VR arena, arcade games, themed party rooms, dome theater, shooting and archery, and elegant star premium bowling.
Children's playground or adult arcade, but complete entertainment is cross term. We cater to the inter-family needs, from the stand queue for toddlers to VR and the high rope course from TGers to bowling and arcade games from adults. For future more safe hours.
Liu explained that all equipment meets high safety standards. Each attraction is staffed with dedicated safety personnel, following the fixed post principle for round-the-clock protection. As a local enterprise, Eliseo is committed to giving back. Eliseo planned school partnerships and public welfare days and will prioritize hiring and training local staff. The Eliseo Premium Mall will open with other areas of the mall, including a premium grocery supermarket, luxury shops, eateries, entertainment areas, and nearly 100 premium brands featured. Jasmine Rojak, TVWAN News.
Sounds fun. This is TVWAN News. Later in sports, PNG Chiefs eye best coach and Moria runs riot in championship clash.
PNG's favorite soft drink now in bottles. Goldspot brings you fresh, bold flavors in brand new 500ml bottles. Taste the rainbow. More freshness, more flavor, more fun. Lime, orange, raspberry, and pineapple. Proudly made in PNG. Proudly Goldspot.
Long year 2024, 7 baby i born one time HIV. HIV I can go long baby long triple rot. Time bel mama I get HIV, long time long carrying baby, na time baby is susu. Tasol Yumi can help him bel mama, long look out him baby inside long bell. Go quick time long bell mama clinic, na kiss him antenatal check. Time Yumi pan him sick HIV area, or time bell mama I positive penis, early treatment I can save him baby. Give him baby healthy start long life. Stop him spread long sick HIV I go long baby. This Latok Sawe I come long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
Meet Yumi Pay, your digital wallet from TISA Bank. Your gateway to seamless transactions. Withdraw cash anytime at your nearest TISA agent. Send money to family and friends.
Hello, son.
Anytime, anywhere. Top up and pay with just a scan. From taxis to coffee and small businesses. UmiPay makes every payment simple. UmiPay, powered by TISA Bank.
Missing the headlines that matter the most? Only one better way to stay up to date. TVWAN Online. One click on tvwan.com.pg. Access PNG's breaking news, top stories, international news, and the latest in sports and entertainment. Visit tvwan.com.pg wherever you are in PNG and bookmark it to your home screen. TVWAN Online, the news source you can trust, just one click away.
Your weekend catch-up just got better. Relieve the power and passion of the Harris Season 2.
So you come look see Lababia.
Fall in love all over again with Dolce Amor. And don't miss the thrilling twists of Brothers Chapter 5. Stop this bickering! 3 hit Filipino dramas waiting for you this February on TV1 Plus. Your home for the best stories all weekend long.
Hey retro lovers, get ready to take a trip down memory lane with the Retro Music Show. Every week we spin the greatest hits from the 60s, 70s, 80s and beyond. We've got your favorite retro tunes covered. So dust off those vinyls, turn up the volume and let the good times roll with the Retro Music Show, only on TV1, where the past sounds amazing. Welcome back. In sports, the PNG Chiefs are taking a careful and strategic approach in their search for a head coach ahead of their inaugural season in the National Rugby League in 2028. With a tough task ahead, PNG Chiefs General Manager Michael Chalmers, who officially assumed his role on Monday, February 23rd, told this newsroom that the franchise is looking for a coach who can relate well to the playing group and build strong connections within the team. Chalmers said the appointment of the inaugural coach will be a major step in shaping the identity and culture of the PNG Chiefs as they prepare to enter the NRL in 2028. It's still early days as the PNG franchise eyes a top fit that meets the criteria under the guidance of the Australian NRL.
Can relate to him. That's definitely one thing that we're looking at with our coach, to having that ability to connect with the players on a deeper level to make sure that they are happy both at home and at training and on game day. It is a bit early. We want to go through a process to determine who the best candidates are. We've been pretty lucky that there are a number of quality coaches who have said that they're interested in coaching the PNG Chiefs. Jason Demetria, Adrian Lamb, and Willie Peters have all come out publicly and said that they would be interested. So it's now a matter of going through the process with the NRL to determine which coaches best fit the criteria that we're after.
PNG Kumu's rising talent Moira Moira delivered a breathtaking performance on Sunday, tearing apart the Swinton Lions with 4 tries as the London Broncos stormed to an 84-6 triumph in their round 4 Bedford Championship clash at Haywood Road.
Medal gets underway.
Under the guidance of his Kumul mentor Jason Demetrio, the Broncos' number 1 showcased sharp execution and clinical finishing, turning every opportunity into points and maintaining high intensity across both halves. Swinston showed early intent by grabbing the first points of the afternoon, briefly lifting the home crowd and hinting at a competitive contest before the visitors seized full control of the match. Once the Broncos found their rhythm, they unleashed a relentless attacking display
that left the Lions struggling to contain wave after wave of pressure. The London outfit crossed the line 15 times in a one-sided encounter that quickly slipped away from the hosts. Moria stood out as the headline performer, slicing through the defensive line repeatedly with speed and precision to complete a 4-try haul that underlined his growing reputation. He was well supported by Brandon Webster Mansfield, who added 2 tries of his own as the Capital Club flexed their depth and attacking power against a fading Swinston side. The emphatic result keeps the Broncos unbeaten after 4 rounds and lifts them to the top of the ladder alongside Sheffield Eagles, who preserved their perfect record with a hard-fought win over the Barrow Raiders. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
Weightlifting and athletics are among few other sports that will be tested to qualify for the 2026 Glasgow Commonwealth Games in July 2026 in Scotland. The PNG Olympic Committee General Secretary Desmond Kaviagu said at the recent SB Sports Awards launch yesterday that they are working in putting together a team. Kaviagu said weightlifting has done well in the region over the years, but they are yet to qualify for the Glasgow Games. He is expecting veterans Dick Atoa and Stephen Curry to qualify and lead the team. Kaviagu said many sports are in similar positions, including athletics. He is anticipating a few competitions in the next 2 months to qualify the athletes. Meanwhile, basketball will make Commonwealth Games after 16 years. He applauded the administration of BFPNG players and corporate sponsors for the milestone. The PNG National Sports Institute, under its Athlete Development Program, has signed up 5 new emerging talents. The talents were identified during the Athletics PNG Inc. 2025 64th National Track and Field Championships hosted at the PNG NSI Goroka. The rising talents join 8 other continuing athletes in the program.
The recent signing event has brought renewed hope for the next generation of Papua New Guinea athletes, with several young talents joining the Athletes Development Program. Leading the new intakes are Abigail Kinna from the Autonomous Region of Bougainville and Hans Dari from East Sepik, both selected from the ADP Sprints team. They are joined by Thomas Emmanuel, Helena Sigamai, and Spencer Prombo from Goroka, who were identified through the Eastern Highlands Province Primary School Sports Program in 2025. The trio progressed from the PSS hosted by the Papua New Guinea National Sports Institute to the Highlands Open Championships and later impressed at the National Championships. At the signing event, PNG NSI Director Janet Gimotz congratulated parents and guardians, acknowledging their vital support in shaping young athletes and encouraging continued guidance throughout the scholarship period. The ADP program aims to develop disciplined, well-rounded athletes who achieve excellence both in sport and academics, reinforcing PNG NSI's commitment to nurturing future champions. The PNG NSI ADP program is guided by a set of core values that shape every athlete's journey: discipline, respect, integrity, excellence, teamwork, and resilience. With the 2026 intake now confirmed, PNG NSI looks forward to a year of structured training, academic support, and personal growth as it continues to strengthen Papua New Guinea's high-performance pathway. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
And that ends the sports segment. Now for the weather forecast. Southern region, Port Moresby, mostly cloudy with some rain showers with possible thunderstorms. Alotau, cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Momase, Lae, Medang and Wewak, partly cloudy with few showers. New Guinea Islands, Kokopo and Rabaul, partly cloudy with some rain showers. Kimbe, mostly cloudy with some rain and possible thunderstorms. And Highlands region, Mount Hagen, Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, partly cloudy with some showers and possible thunderstorms. Ocean forecast. Coral Sea. Seas moderate, becoming rough in patches with west to southwest winds of 10 to 20 knots, reaching 25 knots at times. Solomon Sea. Seas light with northwesterly winds of 5 to 15 knots. Bismarck Sea. Seas moderate to rough with northwest winds of 15 to 25 knots, increasing to 30 knots at times. And coastal waters. Waters of southern PNG and Indonesian border to Daru, to Kiwai Island, Kerma, Yule Island, Hood Point to Samarai Island, and waters of Madang to Wewak, Vanimo and northern PNG and Indonesian border, seas 1 to 2 meters, rising to 3 meters at times along warning areas. Waters of Finchafen through Vitias Strait to Siasi and Long Island to Madang, seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters. And that ends another edition of TV1 News. Thanks for your company. Good night.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by